Bite-sized builds number 2, an Orc Boomdakka Snazzswagon. There's a mouthful, with a little side order of Halloween. I've no idea how long I've had this kit, but let's build it. It's got to be a fair few years since I've actually built a proper model kit, so I need to pay attention to the instructions on this one. But I'm pretty confident if I stuff it up somewhere along the line, I can just kit bash something together. Oh, that was the engine, and that is the side parts for the back of this Snazzswagon. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm looking at the front end and just going through a few scenarios in my head. I feel that the front end needs to be extended. Now, not by much, but just enough for me to make something I have in mind. Suppose I best put the back axle in. With most of the base done, I'm still thinking I need to extend this. So I bought this. Yeah, it €1.50. I want to use the rib cage. That's why I keep thinking about extending the front end. So let's get this rib cage off this toy. Whenever using a flame, do so in a well ventilated workspace, and please do not copy me. So what I'm trying to do is get the plastic supple enough so I can remold it. So I'm just trying to widen the rib cage basically. Also notice I'm using tools for this because that plastic is hot. Let's have a little test fit. Yeah, it's moved a little bit, but I'm gonna have to do some chopping, I think. So let's get the nippers out. So that took a while, but I'm getting there. I'm gonna have to cut this. I really do need to cut this, and with the price of the model, which was like €40 I think when I bought it, it's gonna break my heart, but here goes. Oh, there's €20 right there, and there's another €20 just down the sink. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible because if this plan doesn't work, I can just try and glue it back together without much. No, it's not going to work. No, there's too many little bits that I'm going to have to trim off. So with the Snazzswagon in 2, I'm going to have to call on some plasticard, and I'm just going to cut a strip off. I think it's about 2 inches wide. Oh, I think I have a duff blade here. Either that or a good workman always blames his tools. I'm going to snap that off, cut it down to size, and then that's how I did that. Just glued that like that. I know it's only a small little piece, but it's going to make a whole difference to this build. Okay, let me get the side panels on and see what sort of damage I've done. Here we go. Let's just have, and you know, I might just get away with this because that's not as bad as I thought. I think when the rib cage goes on, I think that's doable. And if it isn't, I can just add some pokey ear sticks to it just to extend the roll cage. Okay, now that I can breathe easy, I'm just going to super glue the wheels into place. And now this is the moment of truth. I'm just going to glue that to the, well, it's basically the plasticard I'm gluing it to, just to see. And here we go. Let's have a look. Let's see if the rest of the rib cage goes on just nicely without interfering with the wheels. And I do believe I might have done it. So that was €40 well spent there, Aaron. Well done. I'm getting a bit cocky now because I want to put the skull at the front of the vehicle, but I'm having to wait for an Amazon delivery for some lights. I've recently spotted these, and I'm hoping that it's going to arrive today, so I'll just get this prepped and ready. While I do that, I'll do the subscriber top 10 of the most comments left on videos. So thank you very much. Keep the comments coming. Also, there's a new button called Hype. I know I keep hyping about it, but please press it because then it sends my videos to a wider audience in the YouTuber Matrix algorithm. Thanks very much. So while I'm waiting for the Amazon delivery, I'll start on the base, and I'm going to use some Vallejo textured diorama paste, just splodge that all over. I might as well add some tufts of grass as well. So it's time to paint the Snazzswagon, and I'm going to keep it simple, so I'm just going to do a dry brush of silver over everything. Then going to do some highlights on certain areas of the vehicle using steampunk copper. And then to really test myself, I'm going to go in and try and paint some little detail in blue. I'm going to use Corax white just as the base colour for the bones. Then some normal acrylic white to go on top of that. I fitted the orc inside the vehicle, so now it's time for the roof. Let's get the pew pew gun stuck into place. My package from Amazon finally arrived. These are balloon lights. You basically turn them on and put them in balloons and they light the balloon up. So these are going to be going into the front of the skull, so the eye sockets. Now the only problem I see is there's no on-off switch, so I'm going to have to be creative to get these stuck in and then turn them on for the glamour shots. I make great big holes in the skull just so I can get these lights to fit. I rigged up some wire that is attached to the pulley bit at the back of the light, so once I get that in position and stuck in and stuck onto the Snazzswagon, I can then pull these off and the lights will turn on. Genius. Just gluing the skull onto the rib cage. And before you start leaving comments saying I've missed exhaust pipes and stuff like that from the Snazzswagon, I know I'm saving them for a different build. Like I've mentioned before, these are just simple little builds that I do in between other builds, just so I can get, better at painting and stuff like that. I'm just going to dirty up the skull and do a bit of weathering, I suppose, and then it's on to the glamour shots. So yeah, there you go. That's my Orc Snazzswagon Halloween build. Glamour shots are next. Thanks for watching. See you next time.